I guess there's two dimensions. One is like what proportion of the pallets are being tracked? And then the other dimension is, are the pallets being tracked continuously or not? Because presumably you could track the pallets with a QR code, but that requires someone to go out and take a snapshot. It's like a batch processing. It's like punch cards and paper tape in terms of processing. There's an operator involved, and then if you have presumably a GPS device or a Williot tag, then you can potentially continuously monitor that wherever you have the infrastructure or the coverage to do that tracking. So what are the problems that you can solve? What are there any other problems that you can solve when you have 100% and continuous visibility?
Yeah, so this is where it gets interesting because most of our customers, and we can get very into a philosophical discussion about adaptation of technology in the
Hmm.
supermarket supply chain. I've done a dissertation on it, by the way.
Oh, okay, excellent. All
Um,
right, stand by.
yeah, so um, and normally you tend to start the commercial discussions or you open the door with losses or inventory, as I mentioned before, because these are the pains that the logistics team or the operations team feel on the day to day because it's real money that they spend capex on. It's real money that they need to go out and do some stock counts, and they never know how much stock they have, and they're getting phone calls at 7 o'clock in the evening when they're at dinner with their family, or 10 o'clock at night if they're in Spain, and kind of trying to understand, what's going on. The next stage, that's my belief after that, is temperature control, on-shelf availability. If every pallet, for example, is tagged, and the case on top of it, so every box of carrots, for example, or 6 packs of water, if everything is tagged, then you can start talking about how much I have on the shelf, how much stock I have on the shelf, what's my stock at the store. You know,
Mm.
Supermarkets, for example, they spend millions on the most sophisticated supply chain systems, ERP systems, making sure that they've got on time, in full deliveries to the stores. But at the end of the day, you have a person, normally in the UK, with a cut cardboard part, goes and say, okay, I need 5 boxes of crisps and 5 bottles of water, bring from the back to the front. Now
Hmm.
that's cost of someone doing it and
Hmm.
moving it from the back to the front is immense. It's big, isn't it? It's a large cost. It's probably the biggest cost that they have at the supermarket is the labor. Um,
Hmm.
so this technology that can actually from moving from at the beginning to losses and inventory and actually enable you all this extra visibility in the supply chain suddenly can open up a lot of opportunities for on-shelf availability, for supplying to the store, for visibility. I keep going back to that point, but it's that
Yeah, but you're going
visibility.
from this supply chain that was in the dark to suddenly you have maybe a flashlight, and then you have a complete lighting system
Hmm.
of seeing where everything is. And you're talking about on-shelf availability. What does on-shelf availability mean? I mean, I think I understand it, but can you make it a bit more explicit?
Yeah, no problem. So it's the biggest KPI for supermarkets is as I said on-shelf availability. So it's making sure that either the toothbrushes or the toothpaste or the deodorants that's on the shelf actually don't run out. The worst nightmare for a supermarket is that you as a shopper go to the shop, you want that specific item, and it's not there on the shelf. It's empty because someone didn't bring it from the back of the store, it wasn't delivered to the store, it wasn't ordered from the supplier. I'm going from the end to the beginning.
Hmm.
Um, Normally, how it works when you shop at the shop at the till, if you get down to a certain stock at the store, an order placed automatically to the depot, the local distribution center, and then another order is placed in to the supplier. However, there's a lot of problems, down to human interaction. The stock is not on the shelf, it wasn't delivered to the right store, and or it wasn't ordered from the suppliers. So this extra visibility can actually tell you more accurately how much stock you have on the shelf or how much stock you have
Hmm.
at the back of the store. And then with that, you can begin to get all this data and know where to place an order.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Mr. Beacon podcast here on YouTube. You can listen to the rest of this episode on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed it, please like and share this video, and be sure to subscribe for more weekly videos. For more information about Wiliot and IoT Pixels, head on over to wiliot.com.